I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right today. Today I have for you guys a kind of jack of all trades kind of build. A kind of build that like an invader build that has an answer for just about any situation that you find yourself in. But before we even get into that, guys, if you guys wouldn't mind liking and subscribing the video, man, trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. Something crazy happened the other night, man. I hit 800 subs on the YouTube channel, and in the same night, I got approved for affiliate on Twitch. So thank you guys so much, man. I've been really feeling the love lately, guys. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are interested in Twitch at all, I live stream Elden Ring over there. We do live invasions and stuff like that. Just hang out. Be sure to go follow me on there, man. But anyway, let's kind of talk about this build, the idea behind it, the character, and all that stuff. So essentially, this is a quality build at its core. It's just a quality build, but it has a good amount of stats. Just the right amount of strength and dex to be able to use most things in the game, and then from there you can like alter your talismans around, play with your flask, to do it just about anything you want with the build. Um, and it just has an answer for pretty much any situation that you find yourself in. Right now, you see people are standing far away from me. They're spamming magic. They don't want to come close. Well, now you have your jar cannon for that. You have your great bow for that. We have 20 decks on the build and like 32 or 34 strength. I think you need just enough. I think it's how much you need for the great sword, the guts great sword that is. Um, so that's kind of our options for dealing with people who are too passive or too far away. It's kind of how we deal with those. Um, the weapons, on the other hand, you might see it right now. I have a fire-infused longsword and a lightning-infused lord-sworn straight sword on this build. This build has all kinds of different elemental infusions for the weapons and whatnot. So fire infusion scales really good with strength. Lightning infusion is pretty good with dex. And cold, I have a few cold weapons on the build. And of course I have heavy and also quality weapons as well, because all these different elements and whatnot are good in certain situations. So right now, fire would be kind of weak in this situation because I'm standing in a pool of lava, of course, or a pool of lava. I'm sorry, guys. It's like 5 a.m. for me. Forgive me, man. Anyway, I'm standing in a pool of water. So anytime that you're standing in water or it's raining outside or you're wet at all, like right now, for example, your fire damage is going to be decreased either through your infusion of your weapon or your pyromancies. All of that will be decreased. You're going to be doing less damage if you're using a fire, anything fire related. But if you're using something lightning related, you get a damage buff on those kind of things. Like right now, I'm using the lightning bolt, so they're doing just a little bit more than what they normally would because it's raining. Um, so that covers the fire infusion and the lightning infusion. But what about the cold infusion? Why do you have cold infusion on this build when cold scales with intelligence? Are you stupid? Well, no, actually, I'm not stupid. Thank you for asking. The reason why we have cold on the build is some weapons, like the Knight Rider Glaive, or the Watchdog Greatsword, or the Iron Greatsword, for example, have really good strength scaling. That is relevant because they have so much strength scaling that they retain most of it even through a cold infusion. So essentially, you're still getting a good amount of AR out of your strength-based weapon, but now it does frostbite. Now it does frostbite buildup, right? I know right now I have a cold infused Knight Rider Glaive, but I think a little bit later I have a heavy infused one with Ice Spear on it, same Ash of War. It's going to be doing more damage, and it's still going to be frostbiting people as well because that Ash of War is insane. That's something else to talk about. So when you have a build like this that can use a lot of different weapons and tools, you also get access to a lot of cool different Ashes of War. So it's something else to keep in mind. Like if you're getting ganked by 3 people, what do you do? You're running away, you're getting ganked by 3 people, what do you do? You hard swap over to the Knight Rider, not Knight Rider, the Watchdog Greatsword. You throw down your Waves of Darkness and you fucking frostbite somebody instantly off of that. And that gets 3 people off of your back. So like that's another situation where this build kind of shines, is you know, getting run down by gankers and whatnot. Or if someone's roll spamming, you switch to a fucking glaive and you fucking roll catch them, right? If someone's standing too far away, being too passive, you pull out your great bow with rain of arrows on it, or you pull out your jar cannon. You have ranged options. You have all kinds of different options on this build, actually. Um, it's just a really fun, unique utility kind of build, man. And you know, it doesn't do one thing particularly amazingly. It does a lot of things well. You know, like a pure intelligence build, it's gonna fucking shred you with magic, right? Well, this build is going to defeat you through its tools and through its situational kind of things going on with it and whatnot. Something else to talk about: consumable items. This character is kind of like a vagabond, a wanderer, a pilgrim of sorts. So he scavenges weapons and stuff, and he picks up things, and of course he's kind of like a hunter as well. So he uses these different food items and whatnot, and consumables and stuff like that to kind of help him to win fights and whatnot. The freezing pot, the volcano pot, the lightning pots, all good in different situations. Fan daggers are really good for popping bubbles and whatnot. You should have fan daggers on like on all your builds. Honestly, they're just really good at popping bubbles. The flask, the physic flask, you can put just about anything in there that you want. You want to boost your dex, you can. You want to boost your strength, you can. You want to have some healing, like I do right here, you can, and whatnot. Freezing pots are just probably the best pot in the game. They just have a really good AoE to them, and they proc frostbite almost instantly. Sometimes they won't, but other times they will, and they do a good amount of damage too, like a really good amount of damage for just about any kind of build. And the consumable items that we're using are like the invigorating white cured meat, the exalted flesh, the boiled crab, stuff like that. Those items are really solid. I know that some of them got nerfed in this patch, but they're still like really solid things that you just put on. One item that I really want to highlight in particular, because I think it's actually nutty and no one talks about it, how crazy this fucking item can be, is the green turtle neck meat, or whatever it's called, the pickle turtle neck meat, something like that. The food turtle item that gives you stamina recovery. The reason why that item is fucking insane is because it's a buff that doesn't stack with anything, so you can't really get rid of it. It goes on top of anything. So it's just a really solid thing to have, because it's kind of, I guess it counts as like a stamina buff. Doesn't count as a body buff at all. You can stack it with anything in the game and it won't go away. Even other stamina buffs. So that's something else that you can use just about in every build. But this build uses it particularly well, because it has like a good amount of endurance and whatnot, and it swings big weapons and stuff like that, right? Anyway, guys. I hope you're enjoying the content, man. Something that I'm kind of realizing recently is a lot of you watch my videos, like almost everything I put out, right? I know it's like kind of shocking to say for someone like me. Like, I have 800 subs and whatnot. Of course people watch every video that I make, but I'm not really used to it, man. Like, I think that the 200 people who watched last video are not going to watch this video. It's going to be like a different 200 people. But no, some of you actually do watch all of my videos, man. And that's fucking awesome. Especially if you just sitting here listening to me rambling now, because I kind of ran out of things to talk about. Thank you guys for being around, man. I really do appreciate it. I don't know, where I'm at right now with this like Twitch and YouTube stuff, man. It's crazy. I'm officially like a Twitch affiliate. Like, how did I get to this point? I don't know. Thank you guys so much, man. I couldn't do it without you guys. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that's kind of like the overall gist of the build. Just a guy who can, like, you know, you have answers for by the way, that plant totally blocked my throwing pot there, and I don't even know how. Sometimes things just happen in this game that you just have to scratch your fucking head at. Like, you ever been invading and the co-opers are fighting a dragon, and for some reason you just feel like the dragon's only targeting the invader and like not you, not the fucking co-opers at all. Sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes it feels like Elden Ring is just trying to kill you, man. And I guess many people have said that, but you know, I feel like it's more true for the invaders than anybody else. Don't at me, by the way. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I hope you guys like this kind of content, this kind of PvP content, this kind of build making content. Invasions, duels, social topics, whatever. I do it all. There's a cat meowing in the background. Everyone say hi to the cat. Anyway, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, man. Trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. We just hit 800 over here, which is insane. Thank you guys so much, man. Go follow my Twitch if you haven't already as well. We have some pretty cool emotes over there. Thanks to that new sub button that we have. But with that being said, guys, fare thee well, peace out, and all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys later, man.